Hey guys, we're back in the Second Story studio and we have Soraye Palmer with Young Professionals of Midland. She's going to share with us what they're up to, some refreshing new things that they've got going on, and just what's going on in Midland.
Yeah, so I am the events chair at YPM, and I'm really excited about this position because I'm able to advocate for our members, what they're wanting to see in the organization and add value to them, whether it's professional development sessions, leadership luncheon. So we have our mayor, she's going to be speaking at our leadership luncheon. So we're very excited about that. She's going to talk about what's happening in Midland and the development, and have a Q&A with her. So that's a great opportunity for young professionals to engage in our local leadership. And then we also have volunteer opportunities. We think it's really important that our young professionals, who will be our community leaders, are engaged in the community and know what's happening. So we're just building up our future leaders, and we're just so excited about that, and it's a privilege to be a part of their steering committee.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I know you and I were in that age group that, you know, people say it's young Midland, Midland's super young. I'm 32, and we hear the dreaded, from people our age, I think you hear this too, the dreaded, there's nothing to do here. There's nothing to do here in Midland, so I'm going to go out of town. How do you combat that? Because I see you as a very active member, you and your husband, it seems like you are always doing something, either together or y'all's own agendas. How do you combat the nothing to do here?
Well, there's a lot to do here in Midland. Sometimes I'm overbooked. I double book myself. But I think it's just getting plugged into organizations that you're passionate about. For example, me and my husband, Sam, we both volunteered at the Basin Dream Center. So we did a life skills class, and we focused on painting. So what does it feel to have boundaries versus not having boundaries? How does it feel to have somebody respect your boundaries versus not respecting them? And it was just really nice to have that moment with my husband, because I shared my perspective as a woman, he gave his perspective as a man, and we just had it's like a fellowship with these young adults. Because I don't know if you're familiar with the Basin Dream Center, but they're young adults that have aged out of the foster care system. And so it was just really nice to have that experience with my husband, because we're creating memories together, but also pouring into the community. And I see that a lot. Like, a lot of people bring in their children to volunteer opportunities to show them what it's like to give back at a young age, yet you're creating memories with your child.
Right.
So I think just getting plugged in and volunteering by yourself and meeting people, or bringing in that loved one and making an experience out of the event.
So we had kind of talked about this, something that we run into frequently. You and I are both kind of town busybodies. Transients, people who come here for work, and this is the dreaded model. They wake up, they go to work, they go home, they hate Midland, and then they try to get out as quickly as possible.
Yes.
How do you recommend people to get plugged in? I am with the 432 run crew, so I always try to find the runners. Not everyone runs.
Right.
So what is your best recommendation for the A to B person who's not plugged in with the church or anything like that yet? Where are some resources for them to look?
I think going and following the Midland Chamber on social media, as well as the Midland Hispanic Chamber, Centennial Park, Second Story.
Yeah, there we go.
And the different nonprofits that you support and just follow their accounts to see what events they may be hosting, as well as small businesses, because a lot of small businesses here in Midland are hosting events and collaborating with different organizations. So we're always on our phone, so we can already just be scrolling to seeing what is out there in the community. But stay in touch with the city of Midland. They host events too, and so you're plugged in of what's happening in Midland. The city of Midland also has a animal shelter where you can check out a dog for a day and walk them. So if you're going to go take a walk in the neighborhood or run at the run crew, you can bring some dogs with you. And that helps them get adoptable because they're developing their social skills.
Right.
So I would just say start following on social platforms and change your mentality. If you're willing to meet people and get out of your comfort zone. For example, Sam, he loves to go to Crunch. Every morning he goes and runs. But if he has a mentality of, I'm just going to go there and run and come back, he's not going to meet people.
Right.
He has met so many people at Crunch. He has started a men's Bible study with the guys that he met at the gym.
That's awesome.
So it's just a mentality of, do you really want to meet people, and you're going to get the best out of a situation, like if you're putting the work,
Right.
So if you're willing to get out there and learn about what's in the community, then it's going to come to you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like you got to choose to invest and then see your returns. I have a buddy that is from Oklahoma that I met through the run crew almost 2 years ago now. And like people would think we're like lifelong best friends now. Now I'm part of Stewards of the Wild, which is a cool new thing. Check them out. And I know you're active in Junior League.
Yes.
What does that look like? And how did that help you plug in?
So Junior League is for women and all walks of life. So we have stay-at-home moms, we have professionals, women in their 20s, 40s, but it's a service-based organization where we develop women to serve on boards. So we have the leadership development, and then also volunteer. So we have different placements. We go into MISD's schools and supply their pink pantry. So that's all the hygiene products.
Wow.
And we are reaching all campuses. So we have that. We partner with West Texas Food Bank to provide formula and diapers to moms and babies. So there's different things. Like we read to kids at the Boys and Girls Club. But it's a great way to meet like-minded people because it's so hard to make friends outside of work. Like your coworkers become your friends. And that's fine. But like I have met, bankers and people in oil and gas that are engineers. I would not have crossed paths with them if I wasn't plugged into this organization. So you just expand your friendship and your network. But I want to say something about the Midland, like the people in Midland.
Yeah.
Everyone that I have met, they all say the same thing. It's the people. And I have a personal experience with that. Like I lost my dad and I hit rock bottom, like the lowest point of my life, and became very isolated. But then I started going out in the community and I formed community. The community became like family.
Wow.
And helped me to get out of that depression. And so I feel like I want to pour back into the community because they have done so much to me. I felt that support system. And it's really special. Not every city or town has people like Midland, Midlanders. It's just really unique and special. So if somebody's wanting to get plugged in, I will say that Midlanders are not intimidating. We're very nice and helpful, and we pour into each other. So it's a great community to get plugged into.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And I am going to put you on the spot as someone who self-identifies, and I've seen it, kind of a super connector and super involved. I'm going to give you a case study. Let's say with all of your connections and all of the places what's going down, if someone landed in Midland brand new, how would you help them design a weekend? Because they're not working, they've got Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. What do you, and they're roughly around our age. Well, let's say late 20s to 40. How are you going to help them design? Like, what's going on? Where should you eat? Where's some entertainment? Are you active? Are you non-active?
Yeah.
Give me Friday night.
Friday night, I would say have dinner, some cocktails, and then go into dinner. We have some amazing restaurants here in Midland, both locally owned. Blue Door is a great bar.
Yep.
Opal's Table has a basement, which is really neat. They have great cocktails there too. Cowboy Prime has some great options too. Cork and Pig, there's just so many.
Yeah.
But I would go with cocktails and dinner, and then Saturday, there's a farmer's market every morning until noon, and it's downtown.
Yeah.
So sometimes me and my husband will go to the farmer's market, do a couple of laps at Centennial Park, or walk in a neighborhood, and just see what's out.
People say Midlanders don't like to walk. Go to Far West on a Saturday morning, and people are just walking the neighborhoods. There are walkers out there, I promise.
Yes. And Far West, like even if we go to have some coffee at Far West, Cafeology, 12 Gate. 12 Gate's my favorite.
And then we got the Oaks downtown.
Yes.
And then this is pro tip. Sunday, if you're looking for local, the Grind over there by HEB is a solid local coffee shop on
They
Sunday.
have good matcha too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then Sunday, so we go to the gym in the morning. Sam does his long run. Then we get ready for church, and we serve at Redeemer Church. So we welcome the guests, and then we start service at 11. We have a 9 o'clock and 11 service. After that, then we just...
It's time for that Sunday nap.
Yeah, Sunday nap, maybe some laundry, go to Costco. We have the largest Costco in Texas here in Midland.
I frequent it, yes. It's also some good walking.
And then get some dinner.
Yeah.
We love to go to the movie. We have 2 Synergies here. We have a drive-in movie theater. But there's always some type of programming going on.
Yeah.
So every weekend it varies. So I would tell them about what is happening this weekend and get them plugged into YPM, to the chamber, if they're a girl, to junior league, to the run crew. The run crew has grown really fast.
Well, Rob and Lanita have, it looks like it kind of popped off overnight, but that is 6 years of Rob and Lanita trucking along, and we're really proud of what it's become, kind of a hub to offshoot people into other interests, and it's all inclusive, and people, I could go on about it. I also, like Soraye, am a bit of a connector. If you share with me your likes and your wants, and I've been here for a while, I'll try to help you find a place to get connected.
Yes, and connect you with other individuals that may have similar interests or could help you. We also have some really great realtors here in Midland.
Yeah.
They do a lot of tours for new residents. If you're moving in, they'll give you the lay of the land. So we have really great realtors in that sector. I will also say sometimes it can be a little intimidating to get into the community, but there's great programs, and a lot of them are free. So the city of Midland has Midland 101, which it gives you kind of like a crash course of the government. So you go to different departments and learn what's happening here in Midland. There's the United Way of Midland, who has the Project Blueprint. So they help with minorities, people of color, and women to get into those leadership roles. Either it's serving on nonprofits or local government. That's a great resource, and it's free. Generations is through the Nonprofit Management Center, and it's like a nonprofit crash course. So if you want to serve as a committee member or a board member, that's a great way to learn about that before jumping in. The chamber also has two great classes. So lead is more of a professional development, so you can learn how to be a better leader.
Right.
Identify what's your leadership style and how you can serve others.
And you've gone through lead.
I have not. I've done Leadership Midland, which is
okay.
the other class. That one is really cool, and I highly recommend, because you go to the different industries all over Midland to know the whole image of what the community is, from healthcare to education, oil and gas,
Super enriching.
art. Like it's really nice. So I would recommend that to anyone that wants to learn more about Midland and how they can make a difference and get more plugged in.
That's awesome. That sounds like solid advice. Soraye, thank you for coming in today. I know your time is valuable. You're a very busy woman. And we're just wanted to have you come share a little bit about what you're up to. How can we help the young Midlanders who don't know what to do, who are trying to get out anytime they can, get plugged in? Young Professionals of Midland, where are we at next? What's going down?
Well, we have some volunteering events next week, actually.
Okay.
And then we are partnering with Soul BMW.
That's right. That's the 30th, right?
Yes, that's the 30th. And we're partnering for the first time with Young Professionals of Odessa.
Nice.
So we're trying to get those two communities together, because a lot of people live in Midland but work in Odessa, live in Odessa, work in Midland.
Right.
So we all have the same mission, so we want to work a little bit closer moving forward.
And Soul's a great platform for both those to meet, because Soul, right there in Odessa on 191, and now Soul Midland, right there on 191.
Yes.
So it's a great little platform to just seam those together.
Yes.
Awesome.
It would be really great. And Soul is opening up a new restaurant, so they're going to be giving us a private tasting.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Members and non-members are able to come, so we hope to see you there. What I will also say about young professionals and just young people in general here in Midland is to get involved in your local government. We all have representatives at city council, so getting plugged in with your councilman or councilwoman and tell them about your concerns about the city, but also what you appreciate. You're seeing something that you love and you want to see more of, or you're very grateful for this. Tell them about that. It doesn't always have to be negative things.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, and they would love to hear from their district. So I think establishing those relationships would be really
maybe
great.
give them a pat on the shoulder instead of a slap to the face.
Yeah.
Thanks, Soraye.